good mood today. I'm in a good mood every day, really. But especially I come out here and I see that you're all here and came to the show because I'd be sad to come out and, oh. So I'm glad you're here, and my mood today is even gooder because it's the goodest today because I have pants on that I enjoy wearing. Sometimes I have pants on that I like the way they look, but they're not comfortable. They're too tight in the waist, and you can try all you can to cover them up with some kind of a sweater or a cummerbund, but it doesn't. But these are comfortable. These are the exact right fit, because sometimes if I don't like them on the way home from work, I'll just throw them out the car window. People are driving, their windshield wipers have the pants. But I don't like the pants that, even if they look good, they cut into you right here, and here's the thing that happens, and if you're under probably 20, you won't know what I'm talking about, but there are little things that happen when the pants cut right there. You know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, brand new things right there. There's pooches and there's cameras on me. I come out, there's 4 cameras on me, and I have to be careful. Look, this is what I normally, if we just choose this camera right here, but there used to be a camera in the first season that I said, you got to stop using that. That is really unflattering. It was this shot right here. But I'm sensitive about my pooches and crevices, and which I believe I'll name my next book, Pooches and Crevices. So anyway, I said, this is ridiculous that I have this, and I asked my wardrobe person, I said, Dawn, and she said, yes. I said, Dawn, how come these other people on TV, they look all perfect and tight in outfits and not one dent or crease or pooch? And she said, Ellen, you need a spank. And I said, how dare you? And I'd never even heard of these things. And if you don't know what a spank is a girdle that everybody wears, evidently. How many people know Spanx? Here's what it is. It's a girdle type thing. It's like bicycle shorts, but way smaller. And they go all the way up to here. So there's nothing there at all, because it all is here. And before you put them on, she showed me it's the size of a credit card. Before you, I'm exaggerating. It's the size of a stamp. It's tiny little things. You're like, I can't put that on. And so I thought, what can it hurt? I'll try it if that's what people are wearing to get rid of it. And I got one leg in, and I'll tell you, I hopped around for a while trying to get the other leg in, and until I realized I could. I fell over a table, and I realized you have to lay down to pull the things on. The lady on the package wasn't laying down. She's standing up. But what it does is it's really like it goes way down to your knee and way up to here, and it squeezes all the fat in and the skin. If you want money or good china, you can hide that in there. It pushes everything in your ribs, your organs, your freckles. I don't know where it all goes. Maybe your feet. If you see a woman wearing clown shoes, she's wearing a spank. It's all in the feet. So I got it on, and I called 911, and they had me out in no time. They use the jaws of life, and I was... If you've lost touch with reality and you're not sure if something's too tight, ask yourself, can I dance in this? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for applauding that along so I could. On the show today, the Oscar-nominated actress for Pride and Prejudice. She doesn't wear one. Keira Knightley is here. Keira Knightley. Right there. She's going to talk like you, like the English accent, like that. Oh, jolly good, hello. And you know him from Mad About You, the always funny Paul Reiser is here. On Monday, we're having a very special President's Day show, so we have a 5-year-old presidential expert here. Caleb Russell is here to help us learn about the presidents. Little Caleb. And later today, I'm going to show you what happened when I spent the day at a driving school. You know, more and more drivers on the road now every year, and I want to see who's getting licenses, and I had a few tips also. Take a look. First important thing, looking good. You can't get out of a ticket if you don't look good.
Why, officer, I didn't realize I was going fast. You know, like that.
Let's just rub peek. That's just a little taste, a little smidge, and we're going to show all of it later in the show. Right now, who wants to laugh? I do. Anybody? I'm going to show you my favorite new clip. I can't show you enough. I can't. It used to be my favorite clip was when we found that woman Kitty in the audience. Remember Kitty? Let's look at Kitty. That's Kitty. And I used to play that over and over again, thinking I would never see anything as funny as that until we sent Sherry Shepherd to the Olympic Park in Utah, where she went flying down and did the luge. Please, if she's okay. This really is her. Please enjoy.
I can see, but I can't see.
Hey, you're here on a very lucky day. We always make sure you have a good time, you enjoy the show. That's our goal, is to make sure you come here and have the most fun you can possibly have in 1 hour. But I've added something a little to it today. We've asked one of my writers to have his mother, who lives in Arizona, to buy us a Powerball lotto ticket. It's up to over $350 million right now. And if we win, or I should say when we win, I'm splitting it with today's audience. That's right. 70-30, right down the middle. And here are our lucky numbers: 3, 16, 25, 46, 49, and the Powerball is 22. All right. Good luck, everybody. If we win, you can all quit your jobs if you want to. But until then, this is what I want you to do. Our office show is next week, and I want pictures of your office, especially if you have a really tricked out cubicle. You know those people who really decorate their, like a Hawaii theme or The Simpsons. My office is pimped out like a Hello Kitty. And also, I'm looking for people who I've worked with before. I've had hundreds or at least dozens of jobs. I've worked in a glove factory. I've sold vacuum cleaners. I was a waitress. I was a butcher, a baker, candlestick maker. I've done it all. So if you've worked with me ever, I'm serious. Go to our website. Tell us about it. Was I nice? Did I share my tips? Did I embezzle? You tell me. Now, if you're like me, I talk about this all the time, reality TV, I'm a big fan of it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And The Bachelor has been interesting this year. The Bachelor was narrowed down as choices to 2 women, to me and Barbara Walters. And it was the most dramatic rose ceremony yet, but before it was narrowed down to the 2 of us, he had to get rid of 1 woman last week. Take a look at this. I'm sorry, I just like to play along sometimes. Please welcome The Bachelor's latest cast-off, Susan Eds.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
So, Susan, I've been talking about you, you know. I've been talking about the show, I've been talking about you.
I've heard.
Yeah, and I really have said that people edit the show and you look a totally different way. And are you watching it now? How do you feel everything's portrayed when you're watching the show now?
I find myself yelling at the TV saying, no, I didn't say that, or that was different, but in the end, you know, it's me, I say those things, and whatever ends up on the editing room floor ends up there.
Right. What were your intentions and what happened?
Honestly, the cards just seemed to line up right for me to go on the show, and it was a risk and an adventure and something that, you know, when I'm 70 years old and looking back on my life, I can say, you know, I took that opportunity, it was awesome, and I went through with it.
And you ended up really having feelings for him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's a great guy, an amazing guy.
Yeah, he seems like he is. He was on the
is.
show. He seems like a good
Yeah.
guy. And you've already done the Monday night is the big tell-all and all the women are
Yep,
together. And that's the
women's
first
tell-all.
time you see everybody. And was the woman there that wanted to reproduce with him? Remember the woman in the beginning? And she kept saying he doesn't want to reproduce?
Yeah, because her eggs were rotting.
That's right. Yeah. How was she?
You know, I think there's clips of her, and I think she's going to be spectacular as well.
All right. Well, I'm happy that you came on because
I'm so thrilled to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. The Bachelor Paris, The Women Tells All airs this Monday at 10 o'clock on ABC. Don't go away when we come back. Keira Knightley is going to be sitting right there. Well, our first guest is only 20 years old and has already snagged an Academy Award nomination for her role in Pride and Prejudice. Please welcome the lovely and talented Keira Knightley. Congratulations, this is going to be your first time going to the Academy Awards, or have you been before with anyone else?
No, never been.
Never been?
No, it's terrifying.
What is the scariest thing to you about the going?
I don't know, I went to the Golden Globes a couple of weeks ago, and that was the first time I'd done that as well. And it was a bit like being in a dog show, in a funny kind of, you kind of get trotted out as sort of Britain's prize poodle, I suppose, wearing a dress, and they give you marks out of 10 for what you're wearing and what your jewels are like. And
yeah, they do. They judge you for it later.
So it's a bit scary, the whole dress side.
You know, the most important thing I've learned this from Paris Hilton is always act like you're surprised. What? Like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ever just stand like that, you know, because everybody does that. Stand up like that with me, and like you're looking this way and someone calls you, what? Like that.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Excellent, thank you.
Good. They like that kind of thing, because everybody else just stands there. They like to look like they caught you and you weren't prepared.
Do something okay, no, I'll do that, I will.
Yeah,
just for you.
Or, you know, like bend down completely. What? Like that. Like, you know, completely be on the ground. Like
I don't think I could do that in the dress.
Oh.
I mean, tight dress, splitting up. I mean, actually, you know what? If I was wearing a really tight dress and did that, it would split. And then you'd have that.
They would like that.
They would.
What do you care about having some skin show? Look at this.
No.
Look at this. Have you seen the cover? This is Vanity Fair. She's naked with Scarlett Johansson, and Tom Ford somehow didn't have to take his clothes off.
No.
And that's getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
Now, were you nervous about shooting You're naked.
Yes, very, yeah. No, I didn't know about it, and I got to the shoot, and it was Annie Leibovitz who was shooting it, and I just worked with her on something else, and she's lovely, and she said, listen, this is the idea, would you mind doing it nude? And I went, oh, I haven't shaved my legs, but apart from that, yes, no, that's fine. And so, you know, we talked about it with Scarlett Johansson, and she said, I'm all right if you are, and we both went, okay.
She can talk people into anything. She actually, I had no idea when she shot me. You know how they can do anything? They put me in later. I guess you had left already, but it's there.
Right.
Yeah,
I wish you'd been there. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Now, I think you did it on a Wednesday, and I could only go on a Saturday or something like that because of my job. So then they just kind of put me in later. I was by myself for the shoot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, but it turned out well. With,
It did.
Yeah. So that's but it is a beautiful cover. But
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, you're 20, you might as well. Something to show
Right.
the grandchildren.
Yeah, that's right. Look how good Grandma used to look.
Yeah.
That's what you're just counting on deteriorating. So that's
Well,
actually
yeah, I think
right.
so,
You're
yeah.
prime, right? So now this is not the pout everybody's talking about. This is actually, or is this the pout?
Well, I don't know. That's quite pouty.
Yeah, but you seem happy.
That's kind of. Do I seem happy? I think I don't. I think I look quite scary, actually.
Well, you're listening to what Tom is whispering to you.
I think it looks like I'm going. Don't come any closer. I'm
Really?
going to hit you. Yes.
Now, what? So, but there is a thing that people say that you pout, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
What,
like, and why?
Well, no, I don't know why. I don't know why, and you're going to ask me to do it for you, aren't you?
Sure, I am. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I got banned by the director of Pride and Prejudice for pouting. I mean, he'd just be going, Keira, you're pouting again, stop it. And I'm going, oh, right, sorry. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's one of those.
And why do you do that?
I don't know.
You just catch yourself like in thought doing that?
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you know, if I'm deep in thought, then suddenly the lips, it doesn't normally happen if I'm really happy. I mean, you can't be happy and pout. You've got to be kind of moody and pouty.
But see, if I'm not smiling, my mouth automatically goes down, so it looks like I'm unhappy. And if just because I'm not smiling, like, look at this. It goes down.
Yeah.
But now that I know that there's a pout,
there you go. There you go.
yeah. So your pout is actually, but it's good. So if you're just thinking, you're sexy, not trying to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or moody.
Right.
Either.
Right.
Yeah.
Or sexy moody.
Sexy moody, which is always good.
All right, so we're gonna come back from break, and you have a hidden talent that very, very. You know how we have the audience hidden talents? You have something that is you play a song on your teeth.
Yeah.
All right, and it really sounds like the song.
I think so.
All right. Well, we'll come back and we'll see.
Okay.
We're back with Keira Knightley. That was some Pride and Prejudice. And so how long have you been acting? Have you wanted to act for a long, long time?
Yeah. I got an agent when I was about 6 and a half, I think. And it was because I got diagnosed with dyslexia, and I'd always wanted an agent. And my mum and dad had always said, absolutely not, you're not having one. And then they found out I couldn't read. And the school went up to my mum and dad and said, listen, you need to find something to bribe her with. And if she wants to act, then let her, and we'll use that. And they did, and it's sort of gone from there, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that really helped you. So you started working on that, and then you got.
Yeah, hugely.
All right. So what is what do you do? How do you play this thing? What's your talent?
I can play Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head on my teeth.
All right. Do we need music, or you're just?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me just to do it?
Please.
Okay. Wait a minute.
You saw it here first.
Yeah.
That's gonna spread.
I've really embarrassed
Everybody
myself.
now
It's
is gonna go.
fantastic.
You know how.
I'll be blamed for people's dental problems now,
Well,
won't I?
it makes you actually, want to try it.
Yeah, go on.
No, not right now.
Okay.
All right, well, good luck at the
Thank you.
Oscars. And Pride and Prejudice comes out on DVD in February the 28th. And everybody in the audience is getting an advance copy. We'll be right back. Don't go away. President's Day just around the corner, I thought I'd brush up on my knowledge of the nation's leaders with a little help from a presidential expert. From Beaver Creek, Ohio, please welcome 5-year-old Caleb Russell. Hi. Do you know what show you're on, Caleb?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
The Miss Ellen Show.
Oh, the Miss Ellen Show. I'm going to retitle it that. I like that. What grade are you in?
Preschool.
Preschool. And here you're just learning to read, and yet you know all about the presidents. How'd you learn all about the presidents?
I got my president placemat for my 5th birthday.
This was your birthday present. It's a placemat. This is a great idea. Okay, so you get this, and you just started learning all about them.
Yes, because I thought it'd be interesting.
Well, and you're right. It is interesting. A lot to talk about at parties. And I'm going to ask you some questions, and this is really impressive to me. I think you're a pretty smart guy. Who's the 36th president?
Lyndon Baines Johnson.
That's right. And tell me a little something about him. What's interesting about him?
The first Super Bowl was played when he was president.
Very impressive. And what president served 2 terms but not in order?
Grover Cleveland.
What bill is Grover Cleveland on?
The $1,000 bill.
The $1,000 bill. And can you list the presidents in order?
Yes.
All right, let's start. Let's see.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Marvin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James Garfield, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, Teddy Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush.
Wow! Wow. Which girl do you think the Bachelor should pick?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, and this is what building is this right here?
The White House.
And have you ever been there?
No, but we're hoping to go this summer.
Yeah? Well, you are going to go. You know why?
Why?
Because Sidestep.com, I'm sure you know them, is going to fly you and your family to Washington. Your Congressman, Mike Turner, is going to give you a personal tour of the White House. You're going inside all of that. Won't that be fun?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes! All right. Well, you're adorable, and you look adorable, and I love your outfit, and thank you. And will you come back and visit us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with Paul Reiser. We all know our first guest from TV's Mad About You. His latest film, The Thing About My Folks, is now on DVD. Take a look. Please welcome back my friend Paul Reiser.
What a nice crowd you've assembled, all these nice, warm people.
They love you and you're funny. That's
Sure.
why. And anything about presidential history you can impress us with?
That's scary.
Yeah.
You rattle those presidents off in one. I have family members that I could not rattle off that
Yeah.
fast. I could not do that. I have aunts and uncles that served 2 terms, cannot come up with their names.
So have you been watching the Olympics? Are you into that right now?
I was supposed to go and compete, and then
Oh, no.
what happened was there
What
was
happened?
a screw up, and there was the paperwork, and also I am old and not athletic. So
I
those
see.
I think those two things, if not for those two things, I'd be there right now competing.
Just
Honoring our country.
Yeah, it's bad combination right
Yes.
there.
It worked against me.
What do you...
I could curl. I imagine I could be a pretty good curler. Because how hard could that be?
Yeah, that sport is... have they started showing that yet, the curling?
I saw something. I don't know if it was a coming
Do you know
attraction.
what the curling is? Do we have a clip of curling so people... That's it.
It's vacuuming in cold weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. They're just sweeping.
Wow.
They're sweeping. Oh, they pushed the other one out.
It's a tea kettle and a broom. And you figure a mother a long time ago, just go out and play with these, and then come back when you win a gold. Yeah.
And she didn't know she actually was...
Just put your heads together and you'll come up with something, and that's what they did.
But it is. I don't understand that sport at all, and it's a popular sport.
Why don't we compete next year? Where will it be next time? In 4 years from now? Do you know?
I don't know, but you and I can do it.
Why not?
I think they should have other sports, and you had some good ideas.
I thought if you're going to have Winter Olympics, do things that people need to do in winter. Like,
Right.
you know, shoveling a driveway, but
Yes.
competitively.
I think that's a great idea.
Scrape off a windshield. If you can, like, clean a Toyota in 30 seconds, you get a silver. Something like that. Or you know what? When when it's really cold out, you walk out and you go, oh, it's cold. How fast can you get that going? If you can really get that.
Yeah.
Because some people, they just go like this. That's not good. But
No.
like a hummingbird.
Yeah, like a hummingbird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, it's cold. Wow. 9-6.
You have really good ideas.
And this is without even trying. Can you imagine if I applied myself, Ellen?
Yeah. Well,
I haven't been really out of the house since I did your show last. Yes, I stay home and I think. Always thinking.
the last time you were here, the thing about my
The
folks...
thing about my folks was coming out in the theater. And here was my thinking. It's a movie that I wrote, that I produced. I'm Peter Falk in his brilliant performance. Here's what I'll do. I'll come on Ellen's show, tell the country. They'll go see it.
Yes.
The minute I came on your show, the country decided not to come see it.
Oh, no.
No, I don't know if it was coincidence or maybe I don't know what happened. But I shouldn't say nobody. We did make over $1,400.
You did?
Yes. Domestic. That's just this country.
Just domestically.
Yes. So, but now with the DVD, Ellen, you could go in your own home. People could watch it at their leisure. And I feel this time it's going to work.
Now, I'm scared to say anything about it for fear I'm going to say the wrong thing.
No,
Okay.
don't. You can't blame yourself. You have to keep living.
Okay.
Keep living. Move forward.
I want to prove that I do have the power.
Oh, yes.
How much could this thing be?
To buy?
Yeah.
It's like $1. I don't know.
All right,
It
yeah.
can't be much. What would it be?
Go out and rent it or buy
Rent
it.
it, buy, and by the way,
Yeah.
if they're not completely satisfied, I will come to their house and I will take them to another movie that they say, you know, yeah, whatever they want.
You know
That's
what?
how confident I am. Yeah.
Let's do this.
What can you do to help me, Ellen?
I'm gonna back that up. We're gonna start Ellen's DVD Club.
Yes.
And if you really aren't satisfied,
And-
get on our website and Paul will take you to a movie.
Yeah, if you want to see Capote, I'll sit through it again, whatever. You know, but I do it. But you know what? Now I'm thinking of the other show. This is sort of semi-autobiographical. What if it turns out later I've made things up? Then I'd have to come back and be a national debate.
That's great.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
You could reprimand me.
Yes, I will tell you.
That's it.
All right. The thing about my folks is available now on DVD. I'm going to show you what happened when I drove with student drivers right after this. Having a driver's license is a privilege, not a right, but everyone has the right to learn how to drive, and I have the right to help them learn in my own special way. Take a look. Well, here are the students. They're all students today. I'll be teaching all of them how to drive. This is your first time driving, sir?
I'm the instructor.
Oh, the instructor. Okay. I always think it's a good rule of thumb to check the tires before we get in. This, it just checks the tires, and it's a good way to get aggression out, too. That one's all right.
That's all right.
Okay? First important thing, looking good. You can't get out of a ticket if you don't look good.
Why, officer, I didn't realize I was going fast. You know, like that.
In LA, you always want to look around. You want to look to your right, you want to look to your left, because you never know when there's going to be a celebrity. Oh, another thing. Don't ever stop too fast, like that.
Oh my God.
That's not, especially if there's people in the back seat, you know? Use your horn, right?
Yes.
Who's honking at me? How dare you? All right. Time to switch it up. All right, take off.
Yeah, little
Go,
gas.
floor it. Oh my God. That's right, floor it. Just try to stay calm. 99 bottles of beer on the roll, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Just try to relax. Maybe, just lighten up. 38 bottles of beer on the wall, 38 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 37 bottles of beer on the wall. Did you just run a yellow light?
Yep.
That's not right, is it? One bottle of beer on the wall, one bottle of beer. Take one down, pass it around. No more bottles of beer on the wall. Let's do it again. One, no. 100 bottles. All right. Let's see what we want here.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Can I take your order?
Do you have rum raisin?
No, we don't.
You don't? Do you just have some rum? Banana split. Thank you very much. All righty. No, it's drinking and driving that's dangerous. You can eat and drive. Good. I'm allergic to dairy, I just remembered.
You're white?
Yeah.
You're allergic to dairy and you...
Is this dairy?
This is milk.
Really?
Yeah. That's 32.
No, this is coffee and whipped cream, so it's not dairy. Dairy is like cheese and eggs.
Yeah, and milk.
I appreciate it, but I think I'm an adult and I know what dairy is. Okay. Get some more of that ice cream.
Okay, class, we're gonna test your braking skills.
So you're driving around and then straight on towards those cones without knocking the eggs off. Let's go. Let's see how close you got. All right, so 21. Once you get used to driving, that screaming should stop. 35 inches. All right. Keep going, keep going.
Oh my God.
Stop. 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 I recommend she doesn't get a license ever.
Because to get the closest.
You're, yeah, you're closest.
Okay, Alan, this is the final test. You have to go through the cones without knocking out the eggs.
All right. Here we go. That was excellent, and let that be a lesson to you. Always drive safely. And as you can see, my goal was to knock some of them over, but not all. That's how you do it. See you later. Good luck to you. Bye. Bye. When we come back, we'll meet my students and see how they did on their driver's test. We'll be right back. Okay, my driving students, Jessica, Janet, and Milken. Come on out. Hello, Milken. How you doing?
Great.
All right, line on up. I want to hear all your stories. Jessica, what happened with you? Did you get your license?
No, not yet.
No.
No, I'm trying to take the written test.
All right, Janet, what about you?
I have to wait until I'm 18.
Yeah, your father won't let you take the test?
No.
Yeah, good for him. Malcolm, what happened with you?
I got my license.
You got your license. Good for you. Good for you. All right. And you're driving safely, right?
Yeah, of course.
No more running through yellow lights or anything like that. All right. Well, I had fun. Thank you for trusting me. And will you give me a call right when you start driving?
Okay.
All right, good. I want to thank my guests, Keira Knightley, Paul Reiser, 5-year-old Caleb Russell, Susan Eds, and my driving students here. Enjoy the long weekend. Bye.